What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Miss Azrael's Gaming. So we're jumping into another demo, again, for the Choose Wisely Festival, and this demo is called The Real Face of a VTuber. Now, this is described as a narrative courtroom adventure all about VTubers. Players will take the role of a prosecutor, just in truth, and investigate a murder at a VTuber agency, doing their best to uncover the identity of both the killer and VTuber's real face. So we're going to go ahead and get started. This sounds really interesting. Kind of sounds like Ace Attorney, Danganronpa. I'm looking forward to jumping into this. So what is this real face you mentioned, prosecutor? By real face, I'm referring to the person that actually controls a VTuber's true identity. Okay then, so this VTuber's real face will influence the development of this case? Yes, you could even say it's key to this case. Is that so? Then do you know who this VTuber's real face is, prosecutor? I believe I do, and have collected the necessary evidence to prove it. So if you don't mind, I'd like to start from the beginning. Who ate my pudding? What are you yelling for? I just went to eat my pudding and it's not there. Did you eat it? Your pudding? No. Oh, she totally ate it. And Emily Close, secretary, she ate my pudding. I'm very angry. Then why'd you stutter? It was you, just admit it. Slander. What proof do you have? We're the only two people that use this office. If it wasn't you, then who was it? There could be a hitherto unknown third party. What third party? Prosecutor Truth, you're back. Okay, so we have Zelda Haas, detective. Officer Haas, when did you get here? A little while ago. Secretary Close said you'd be back soon, so I've been waiting here for you. Maybe Zelda ate the pudding. See, our third party. I bet she ate it. Huh? Ate what? Somebody ate my pudding. Pudding? Wasn't me. Anyway, that's not important right now, Mr. Truth. There's been an incident. A murder at a VTuber company, to be specific. Excuse me? What do you mean it's not important? I was looking forward to that pudding. Mr. Truth, there's been a murder. You can't be serious right now. Alright, let's get to work then, I guess. But if I ever do find out who took my pudding, it'll be the last pudding they ever ate. Oh no, he's gonna commit murder. Shudders. I mean, I get it. Like, if you get yourself a good pudding, like, or maybe you made yourself the pudding, like, because homemade pudding always tastes so much better. Yeah, I mean, you eat my chocolate pudding, you're in trouble. Okay, so what's the case? The head of a VTuber company has been found dead in their office. Police have done a preliminary investigation, but we'd like you to come to take a closer look. A VTuber company? You don't know what VTubers are? They're virtual YouTubers. Basically, rather than watching a real person do their stream or video, you're watching them control an anime version of themselves instead. An anime version of themselves? Why would anyone watch that? I wouldn't badmouth them if I were you. VTubers have a huge audience, and you really don't want to make anime fans mad. Why? Are they scary or something? Anyway, whatever. A case is a case, so let's go check it out. I'll lead the way. Like I said before, the victim is the head of the YouTuber's company. His body was found in his office on April 20th. The person who found him said... Hold on a second. What's wrong, prosecutor? Can you tell me about the victim first? He's the head of the VTuber company, like I said. He died from... I mean, can you tell me why he's a chicken? Is this a joke or something? Oh, that. Because her last name is Chicken. Are you kidding me right now? This is ridiculous. I know. In all my years as a prosecutor, I've never seen chicken nuggets dipped in ketchup, right? I know it's a travesty. In ketchup? Have some respect for the dead, Secretary Close. You're more of a sweet and sour guy, huh, prosecutor? That was in bad taste. Anyway, what happened to the chicken? That's Mr. Chicken, prosecutor. You know what? I'm calling him Mr. C from now on, so what happened to Mr. C? I forgot how much I already told you. How about just starting from the beginning? Or how about you just ask me exactly what you want to know? Fine. Okay, what's the victim's identity? The deceased is one Mr. Chicken, founder of Lilien Entertainment LLC. What does Lilien, I think that's how you pronounce it, Entertainment do? Hold intellectual property rights, put on creative events, sell merchandise. They're basically an agency for VTubers. What's the size of this company? Currently 6 employees and 1 VTuber, not including Mr. Chicken. 7 people in charge of one virtual... What is it again? A VTuber. Try and stay professional, please. Right, VTuber. And who is this VTuber? Her name is, Kurepa? 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 Hold on. I think I've actually heard of her. She's not just a video game streamer. She's been on TV commercials and even held a concert. She's even popular internationally. Whenever I see her, I think, man, kids like weird stuff these days. And now we're investigating her company, huh? I guess it makes sense why this VTuber would take 7 people to manage them, if they're that successful. Anyway, I've gotten off topic. Please continue, Officer Haas. Right, so first we haven't been able to locate the deceased's mobile phone, okay? He apparently rarely contacted his family. The following description is what we could gather from his employees and landlord. He was a workaholic. If he wasn't sleeping, he was working. He lived alone, was single, and didn't maintain any close relationships. The only consistent thing about him was his work schedule. Maybe it's just the nature of the industry, but he would have come and go at random hours, often sleeping in the office overnight. He actually has a bedroom in the office. Did he have any enemies or debts? No, the company itself has some debts, but they're all legal. I'm curious about the missing phone. We're still looking for it. If it turns up, I'll let you know. Thanks, Officer Haas. Okay, so cause of death. The victim's carotid artery was slashed by a sharp object, causing blood loss, shock, and finally death. I should probably ask where the carotid artery is. It's in the neck. Carotid arteries are a pair of blood vessels, one on either side of the neck, prosecutor. I think a lot of people kind of know it like as the jugular as well, but that could actually be a different vein. I could be wrong, but I mean, I just know that it's you got like one bad vein in your neck, and if it gets hit, you're in trouble. Okay, the neck got it. Please continue. There are no visible wounds and no signs of struggle. This may be due to the victim having sleeping pills in his system. Sleeping pills? Yes, drugs to help him sleep. We also detected some in the cup next to his body, which we've determined belonged to the victim. Oh, excuse me. This is no evidence from the victim's home, office, or medical history in that he took sleeping pills habitually. I mean, so that kind of tells me that somebody might have drugged his cup. We also found a suspected murder weapon in the office, a paring knife. Where did you find it? On an employee's desk. We will question them about it soon. Got it. Okay, anything suspicious? 3 things seem suspicious here. First, the assailant wasn't caught on any security cameras. None at all. At 7:03 p.m., the victim can be seen on the lobby camera where the security desk is, and at 7:04 on the second floor's camera, which is the office's floor. But other than the victim, neither the first nor the second floor's camera filmed anyone suspicious coming or going. What if the killer lived on the second floor? We've ruled it out. 1, the office door was locked when the body was found, so it's highly likely the killer has an office key. And for the second reason, well, please look at this. Looking at the second floor's layout, any resident would have to pass by the security camera to reach the office. I see. What about this window? That is our current hypothesis, prosecutor. Here's a window just outside the office leading to a usually empty fire escape alley. It's a perfect spot for someone to climb up from. We've already verified that if someone were to enter through the window, they wouldn't be caught on any security cameras. And there's no security camera in the office itself. There are, which brings us to the second point of suspicion. Oh? We've discovered that the victim's computer stored all of the security camera's footage and all of the footage that has been deleted. Can it be restored? We reached out to an IT specialist, but haven't heard anything back yet. Finally, please look at this. The victim was killed in his own office chair, and blood from his slashed artery sprayed all over the place. And yet his computer mouse has no blood and no fingerprints. Which means the suspect used the victim's mouse to delete the security footage and then wipe the mouse clean. That is a possibility. Either way, it's definitely suspicious that only the mouse isn't stained in blood. Could the suspect be intentionally misleading the investigation? Potentially. We should keep this in mind. And what's the third point of suspicion? The victim is holding something we think he may have been, we think he may have been trying to leave behind a message about his killer. A message? Probably planted by the suspect to throw off our investigation. That's always how it goes. That's what I was thinking too. But I still think it's best to report it to you. Alright, what's the message? The victim was clutching one of his employees' nameplates in his hand. Every other employee's nameplate was on its owner's desk, only this one is in the victim's hand. Whose was it? I'll reveal that in a moment, when everyone's together. Okay. Well, I could tell you right now off of things I know, because if you know me, I've mentioned this many times, or if you watch my videos or been in my streams, I listen to a lot of crime podcasts. If somebody comes up behind you, which more than likely this is what they did, they came up behind Mr. Chicken and cut his carotid artery. Usually, that's it. You're probably not doing much after that, let alone getting up and grabbing the nameplate of the person who killed you. So that was probably planted, just like the fact that they deleted all the camera footage off the computer as well. That would just be my guess so far. Well, this certainly seems like a well-planned, premeditated crime. Judging from how they avoid the security cameras, the culprit must have intimate knowledge of this building's security system. But that also leaves us with a lot to go on. From our current investigation, we estimated that the crime took place on April 20th between 7 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. How did you get those times? 7 p.m. is when the building's security guard last saw the victim head upstairs. 11:30 p.m. is based on two things. First, forensic tells us the blood has been congealed for at least 8 hours. Second, the culprit had to have left the area using public walkways, and 11:30 p.m. is the last time a possible suspect was caught on public CCTV. Couldn't the culprit have waited until the morning? No, there is a morning market downstairs starting at 5 a.m. If the culprit were to have left then, someone would have seen them. You also said the office door was locked from the outside when the crime was first discovered, right? Yes, which is why we've narrowed down the suspects to this company's 6 employees, all of whom have keys. Someone must have committed the crime, left the office, and then locked it with their key before leaving. Who first discovered the body? About that. Hello? This is Misty Rowe. She first discovered the body. I actually called all the office employees here so you can question them individually. Why didn't you consult me about this first? I figured this would be more effective. Or efficient. Alright, time to get to work. Secretary close? But I didn't bring my legal robes. Why didn't you tell me we'd be working? Thought I'd surprise you. Fine. But you owe me some fancy chocolate for this. Excuse me. Taking advantage of me again? I mean, if she ate my pudding, she ain't getting no chocolate. Hello, miss. My name is Justin Truth. I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case. Prosecutor? Yes, and I have some questions to ask you. Great. You seem like the type of guy who can get things done. And you're kind of handsome? I mean, why'd she question that? Yow. Why'd you hit me? Oops, butterfingers. Pain in the... You want to know about when I found Mr. C's body, right? Yes, but first, if you wouldn't mind telling me your name and occupation. Oh, okay, right. My name is Misty Rowe. I think that's how you pronounce it. I work here at Lilien in Administration and Accounting. Okay. Please walk me through discovering the scene of the crime. Okay. Well, like usual, I arrived at the office a little before 9 a.m. I unlocked the office door and walked inside and immediately noticed a large amount of blood. And then I noticed Mr. C slumped over in his chair. I got so scared I called the police right away. Then I thought the first person to discover a body is usually the prime suspect. So I ran down and got the building security guard up here to confirm that I didn't mess with the crime scene before the cops came. That's it, basically. That's exactly what she told us. Thanks. I'm surprised you called a guard up here to vouch for you. That was very careful of you. I'll take that as a compliment, unless you're suspecting I did it. It's my job to suspect anyone suspicious. Okay, I understand. You're a prosecutor after all. Although I should remind you that everyone is innocent until proven guilty. If you do suspect me above everyone else just because I was the first one to find the body, well, that's not really fair to me. I'm obviously very sad about Mr. C's death, but I hope you understand that I want first and foremost to prove my innocence. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to imply anything. It's fine, I know this is your job. Prosecutor, the other employees have all arrived. Alright, bring them into the office, please. Sure. If everyone could please tell me their name and occupation. My name is Amanda Childs. Lillian's I do the art here. You can call me Sophie. I'm Europa's manager in charge of her business deals and collaborations. Honor Chen, digital modeling, Europa's dad. Wait, did I read that right? My name is Prudence Weeks, in charge of merchandising, branding, and stuff. I'm Faye Word. You can call me Faye. And I'm Misty Rowe, but I guess I already introduced myself. These are all the employees, company's employees? So, have you found the killer yet, officer? We're trying. Also, I'm not an officer, I'm the prosecutor assigned to this case. How could this happen? And none of this will be made public, right? It won't affect, Kirapa's image. Is that really what's important right now, Sophie? Well, we just signed a spokesperson deal. Do you know how expensive it is to break their contract? I understand, Sophie, but there are priorities here. So, at least somebody's got to keep the company in mind. Stop arguing. Sorry, I get a little worked up. That's okay, I can understand why. Still, it's better to try and relax. Then, can I order some coffee? I can't relax without it. That's a little too relaxed. Hey, where are you going? I have to go to the bathroom, is that okay? Go use the bathroom if you gotta use it. Wait, no, you can't interfere with a crime scene. Can you just hold it for a second? Whoa, we can't even pee? This is brutal. Can you not cause any more trouble, please? Do I look like a troublemaker? Yes. Jeez, I can't imagine how loud this office must be on a daily basis. Oh, right, that reminds me. Can someone explain what you do here? We're an entertainment agency in charge of virtual influencers. Oh, right. That Kira something or other, right? Yes, Kurapa. Is she's the VTuber we're in charge of? We're very proud of her. Well, then, this VTuber you're very proud of? Where is she? Huh? What's with the silent treatment? You're not making any sense. There is no real face. But there has to be a puppet master behind the puppet, right? About that. Who actually is Kirapa's real face? Aren't you guys all coworkers? Don't you know? Well, we're all coworkers, but we mainly do our own thing. Is it like an AI one? But there's 8 people in our chat group. 8. But you 6 plus the CEO. That's only 7. That's because someone has 2 accounts. It's not me. It doesn't matter who controls her. She's still my daughter. Isn't this all a big strange? I think it should be a bit strange. No, keeping a VTuber's real face a secret is incredibly important even between us. Wait a second, does no one know Kirapa's actual identity? There's one person who might know. Who? The person who pays us. Every month? Ah. Why are you looking at me? So do you know Kirapa's real face, Mrs. Rowe? Yes, since I pay them every month. Okay, so who is it? I can't say. It's our company's secret. Miss, I don't know if you fully grasp the gravity of the situation here. I definitely do, Mr. Prosecutor. But Kirapa's real face must be kept secret from everyone, even those within the company. And I don't think Kirapa's real face has anything to do with Mr. C's murder, right? If our trade secrets are related to this case for whatever reason, please produce official documents stating so. Then I'll have no problem revealing that information. Are you serious? Gravely. Whatever. This company only has 6 employees, right? Yes, that is one thing I can reveal to you with confidence. Wow, thanks. You're such a wealth of information. You're welcome. I have to question you all individually. Unless I call your name, please wait outside here. If I could interrupt for a second, prosecutor? What is it? I have some more info related to the case. Oh, right, I almost forgot. Go ahead. First, about the paring knife, the suspected murder weapon. We found the fingerprints of 4 different employees on it. Sophia Lore, Honor Chen, Prudence Weeks, and Faye Ward. Okay, so it could be like a... If it's a paring knife, they probably used it to, like, cut up fruit and stuff like that. You know, skin the fruit. So it's probably like a communal type thing. Where did you find the knife? On Prudence Weeks' desk. Just placed right on the desk. Yep, right on top. Purposefully, I take it? I don't know, it's strange. But we haven't found any other potential murder weapons. Oh, and the paring knife belongs to the office. Okay, that's what I figured. Okay, it says paring knife. A paring knife found on Prudence Weeks' desk, currently thought to be the murder weapon. Sophia Lure's, Honor Chen's, Prudence Weeks, and Faye Ward's fingerprints were found on the handle. Now, about the nameplate. The one the CEO was holding? Yes, Mr. C was clutching Amanda Child's nameplate in his hand. The artist? Yes. Got it, thank you. Okay, acquired new lead. Okay, so a dying message. Amanda Child's nameplate was held firmly in the victim's cold, dead hand. Why would Mr. G have grabbed... Oh, that's funny. Mr. G, it's supposed to be Mr. C. Have grabbed this before he died. Was he trying to tell something? Chat or ask? What's the difference? Let's do chat and see what we get out of that. What's wrong? Okay, chat. Hey, Emily, have you seen my notebook? What notebook? It's where I record all my evidence, leads, and suspects' testimonies. Isn't it that button on the top right of the screen? Where? The top right corner. What are you, blind? Oh, come on. That wasn't obvious at all. What are you complaining to me for? I'm not the one who put it there. Okay, what should we do now? Huh? Weren't you the one who told me to take notes? Why are you asking me? What's wrong with asking? So just call everyone in for questioning. The evidence already shows who touched the murder weapon. I think the key points are alibis and who had the sleeping pills. Also, ask about the relationship with the victim. Maybe we can find a possible motive for murder. So many people. What a hassle. This is work, so stop complaining. About the court tutorial. Okay, so skip questioning phase. Okay. We'll go back. Okay, ask, please have the suspect come to the conference room to discuss. Okay, so we'll start with Amanda. So Amanda Childs, you're an artist. Now let me check out this notebook. Does this... Okay, so this does update. Commute time. So it takes Amanda 60 minutes to get here. Sophia 20 minutes to get here. Or Sophie. Honor 30, Faye 45, Misty 30, and Prudence 30. So the closest that lives here is Sophie. CEO found dead in the office with cut jugular and sleeping pills in the system. Killer avoided all cameras, narrowed down to one of 6 office employees. Suspected time of death, April 20th, 7 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. Okay, so that's, I'm assuming, investigation records. That's what we're going to get talking to them. Investigation guidelines. We have the nameplate. Okay, and it's her nameplate. Evidence. We have the paring knife and the dying message. All right. Yes, I'm usually called an illustrator. I generally draw people. Let me ask one question before we get started. Okay, go ahead. Do you mind if I ask your age? I'm 22. What, you think I'm a little kid or something? Sorry, it's just that you look very young, so... I hate when people ask me that question, or they stare at me like I'm some Lilo perv. It's impolite, and it's just, sorry, why are you talking about lollipops? Huh? Never mind. Or is it lolly? It might be lolly. I don't know. People I've known have always pronounced it Lilo. Or Lila? Lila? I don't know. It's probably Lilo. Lila, lolly. It's probably lolly. Look. You know me by now. I say things wrong. Mispronounce things all the time. It's not my fault. Okay, it's not my fault my last name is Childs. I should probably change the topic. Way to ruin my day. Okay, relationship to victim. What was your relationship with the victim? He was my boss. I was his employee. What kind of person was he? He'd buy a lot of snacks for the office. Like macaroons. Whenever he wanted me to work overtime, he'd buy me some expensive snack and say things like, good girl. Like a kid. Hey, you're not thinking something that would piss me off, right? Nope, 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 nope. So did Mr. C ever make you feel upset or uncomfortable? Sometimes he'd make some pervy jokes. Oh? Would you say he ever took advantage of his power over you to sexually harass you? Huh? No, I wouldn't say that. Also, Mr. C was really serious about pornographic content. What do you mean? He was super serious about our company not creating any kind of pornographic material. Maybe because he thought Kuropa looked too young, or because he was worried about her, how her real face would feel. I know they're not one and the same, but I still don't think Kuropa's real face would want to see her engaged in a sexual act. So you don't draw those types of things? Of course not. I'm basically Kuropa's mom. Okay, that makes sense why Honor called herself Kuropa's dad. I can never draw sexual material. I draw the line at that, Sensei. Sensual? Yeah, like slightly sexy stuff. Oh. Maybe she said sensual, and I saw Sensei. Like I told you, I have been reading so much stuff this week. My mind's all over the place. So how is sensual material different from sexual material? It's completely different. Sensuality is art. You don't get it at all, prosecutor. Ugh, whatever. Okay, sleeping pills. Do you have trouble sleeping? Trouble sleeping? No. You don't take any kind of sleeping pills? Nope, I get very good sleep naturally. Do you have any sleep tips you could share? Tips for getting good sleep? Well, mommy brings me warm milk every night before bed, and I don't want to know who your mommy is. Is mommy the proper word for a time like this? I want a mommy too. And by mommy, you mean your mother, right? I want a mommy too. A? I want her to pat me on the head and say good boy. No, that's my mommy, not yours. Where's your head at, prosecutor? Don't be weird. Am I being weird? Sorry. And she doesn't want to be considered a kid, and she has a mommy. Okay, nameplate. About the nameplate Mr. C was holding. I'd like to hear your opinion on that. What nameplate? Does she not know? Let's freak her out then. Yeah, because that's exactly what you do. According to the police, Mr. C was clutching your nameplate when he died. A? How? Why? We usually assume it's the victim trying to tell us who killed him. But he was just holding the nameplate. Couldn't it mean something else? Like what? Like, this is the shortest employee in the company or something. The shortest employee? So Mr. C is dying and that's the message he wants to get out? So is that not a possibility? Wasn't she just worried about looking like a kid and now she uses her height to change the topic? We're looking into all possibilities. Oh, okay. Well, as long as you look into it. Okay, alibi. Where were you on the night of April 20th? Eating dinner with my family at home. Can you give me some more details? We were celebrating because my brother found a new job, so we got sushi. I love sushi, especially salmon. I ate 6 of them on one bite, so it was good. That sushi place did a collab with a famous VTuber a while back. Actually, it was so cute. I hope they do another one soon. I'm sorry, Miss Childs, but... Huh? Tamagoyaki is the best. I meant timing details, not details on what you ate. This is the real interrogation now, so get serious. Look, I meant timing details, not what you ate. We'll keep it serious on this one. Oh, is that what you meant? That's embarrassing. Please forget everything I just said. Okay, forgotten. Now, if you could please stop drooling and answer my question. Oh, about times. Well, I was at home all night. My dad brought the sushi home at 6 p.m., and then we ate and celebrated until around 7. Then I was in my room working. I was rushing to complete a project before a deadline. That's it. I didn't go outside. Can your family vouch for your alibi? Sure, they all saw me. If I leave my room, I have to pass by the den, and my grandparents always hang out there until around 11 p.m. every night. Okay, thank you, Miss Childs. Okay, so evidence updated. So she kind of has a pretty good alibi. When was the time of death again? Okay, so, yeah. See, she lives 60 minutes away. So even if she left after her grandparents went to bed, she would not have made it within that allotted time. So it can't be her if her alibi is true. Okay, so I want to ask you about the office paring knife. Oh, the murder weapon? Please tell me what you know about the knife. What I know about the knife? I don't even know who it belongs to. I guess the landlord? Was it always in the office? As far as I know, yes. Sophie uses it sometimes. She's actually really good with knives. Sometimes she cuts almonds into cute little bunny shapes. Why almonds? Shouldn't she use carrots or something? Hey, Face's bunnies are almost, bunnies and almonds go together. Almond. Never mind, I don't understand the logic in this company. But if Sophie can cut an almond into the shape of a rabbit, that's pretty impressive. It is, right? She's really good with her hands. How about you? Do you ever use that paring knife? Sometimes I use it to open boxes. Boxes? Yeah, like slice open the tape. But then everyone was afraid I'd cut myself and wouldn't be able to work, so they banned me from doing that. Probably a good idea. But it was really good for opening boxes. I'm sure it was. Okay, so we got everything we can from her. Okay, let's talk to Sophie. Sophie Allure, you're an agent? I'm sorry about things back there. I hope I didn't upset you, Mr. Prosecutor. It's okay. Someone died, so it's normal to be emotional. You've all actually been relatively calm about everything considering. Thank you. You're a good person for saying that. What's your name? Justin. Justin. I like your name. Can I call you Justin? Okay. Then you can call me Sophie. I'd feel more comfortable that way. I'll think about it. You're quite calculated. By the way, this whole investigation is private, right? Our investigation is not made public, no. Great. I really worry about things like that. Thank you. Don't mention it. Okay, so relationship to the victim. What was your relationship to Mr. C? Mr. C was my boss, the head of the company. What kind of person was Mr. C? A very controlling one. Oh, controlling how? Like, he'd tell me to get more sleep, or eat three square meals, or even comment on my outfit sometimes. I mean, it's not like he was my mom, right? Was he interested in you? No way, I have a boyfriend. So, could I just say he cared a lot about his employees? I guess, even though sometimes he'd tell me really gross jokes. Did they make you feel uncomfortable, like sexual harassment? Depends on how you define sexual harassment. But if telling dirty jokes is sexual harassment, then you guys would probably be totally swamped with cases. As a prosecutor, I can give my opinion on that. I just think everyone should follow the law. Anyway, no. If Mr. C actually tried something with me, I'd kick him right where it hurts. I know exactly where a man's weak point is. Great, you definitely don't have to show me. Don't worry, prosecutor. I wouldn't hurt you down there. Oh, hold on. What's wrong? I just remembered. Both Amanda and Hani had pretty big arguments with Mr. C recently. Hani? Oh, Honor, the 3D modeler here. What kind of arguments? I don't know what Honor's was about. You could ask Misty, though. She's the one who told me. But for Amanda, I heard Mr. C threatened her and made her cry. Threatened her? Can you give me more details? Sure. Okay, so we got a new lead. Let's go with the alibi. Can you tell me where you were on the night of April 20th? You mean my alibi? Oh, I think I'm the only person who knows where I was. And where was that? I was working at home, but I live alone, so no one can vouch for me. You live alone? Yep, it's easier to bring guys home that way. Wait a minute, doesn't she have a boyfriend? What are you bringing guys home for? I didn't ask that. Would you be interested in joining me there for a cup of tea, prosecutor? Are you messing with me right now? If it's not authentic English milk tea, then I'm not drinking it. You actually want a prosecutor in your home? That's usually not a good thing. Like, are you messing with me right now? Oh my. It seems like Mr. Truth isn't in the mood for jokes. This is a murder case. Please get serious. Alright, okay, sorry. Anyway, you can take a look at this. What is this? My work chat from that night. Look how quick I was responding to messages. I couldn't respond that fast if I were here committing a murder, right? I don't think this would qualify as an alibi, but I'll take it into consideration. You're asking us these questions because you think the killer is one of us, right? It's all part of procedure. Since the murder took place in your office, we have to question the employees first. That didn't sound like a no. Please don't push it. Sorry. Okay, so we got an update of evidence. Sleeping pills. No insomnia issues, no sleeping pills used or possessed. Working at home at the time, lives alone, so no alibi. Tried to pass off the large amount of work text she's sending at the time as an alibi. Yeah, that's not much of an alibi, and she does live the closest, so... Okay, there's a paring knife in your office, right? Yep, I use it a lot. Can you tell me more about it? It's a bit dull. I keep meaning to bring a sharpener into work. What do you use the knife for? Cutting fruit. I'd like to start cooking more complicated meals, but the office isn't really set up for that. How often do you use the knife? I guess I bring fruit to work every few days, so I'd say I use it every few days. Does anyone else use the knife? Why do you ask? No particular reason. Well, as far as I know, I'm the only one who uses it. Oh, really? Yep. Okay, thank you. So that's funny. As far as she knows, she's the only one to use it. But I think they said, what was it, Honor and Phase? Yes, Sophie, Honor, Prudence, and Faye all had fingerprints on it, but supposedly to her, she's the only one that uses it. Okay, so Amanda's argument. That day, Amanda was with Mr. C in the meeting room all afternoon. They stayed in there until everyone else but me went home, so it was just us three in the office. Then the meeting room door suddenly flew open, and Sophie ran to the bathroom. So I pretended to get up and fill my water bottle, and I could hear Sophie crying in the stall. She was in there a little over 10 minutes. I asked if she was all right, but she just hugged me and kept crying. She kept saying, I might have to quit, and Mr. C threatened me and stuff. Why? I don't know. She was really upset, and I could barely make out anything else she was saying. I asked her why, but she didn't answer me. And then what happened? Then Mr. C came out and asked her to go eat dinner with him. She seemed scared, but she went. I tried to tag along, but Mr. C said they had something to discuss together and didn't let me go. Do you know what they discussed? Nope. I asked, but got no answer again. I thought it was super weird because Mr. C never has private meetings with Amanda. Then what happened with Amanda quitting? She didn't come to the office for the next 3 days, and when she finally did, she seemed really down. So I asked, what was all that about quitting? And she just said, don't worry about that, it's fine. She looked like she didn't want to talk about it, so I didn't push. But she seemed off, and I was scared she did something stupid. What do you mean by off? I'm not really sure. It was just a feeling. How about Mr. C? Did he seem different at all? Nope, same as always. Okay. Do you remember the date? It was a Tuesday in late March. Maybe March 21st or 28th? Okay, thank you. Update critical evidence. There's not enough time today, so I'll confirm the details next time. Okay, sleeping pills. Do you have trouble sleeping? Sure, my job is pretty stressful. Sometimes there's a big collaboration or event that stresses me out and keeps me up, so I'll have to take some sleeping pills. Oh, so you take sleeping pills often? I guess. I always have some at home. What's the brand? Let me check. This one. Got it. Thank you. Oh, okay. Still, I think having someone nice and warm to hold at night is the best sleeping pill of them all. Don't you think so, prosecutor? I guess it depends if I'm being held or doing the holding. Which one do you like better? Do you always seduce men like this? I like sleeping alone. You think you can tempt me? Keep dreaming. I love my wife. Okay, so we know he's married. I mean, I guess he's married. He's saying he's married there. We're gonna go with that one. Are you trying to seduce me? Keep dreaming. I love my wife, you know. Shouldn't you wait until we've dived a little deeper to say something like that? I figured you'd want to see me all wet. Okay, it was my fault. You can stop talking now. Oh, really? What a shame. Evidence updated. Oh my god. Okay, so she takes sleeping pills that are like those ones. Okay, so we're done with her. Now, I'm going to pull Amanda back again and see if we can ask about the argument. Okay, we cannot. So maybe that's something we have to ask about later. Okay, let's bring in Honor. Honor Chen, right? And you're a 3D modeler? More accurately speaking, I am Kurupa's father. Kurupa's father? What do you mean by that? It's common in this field to refer to the creators of a VTuber as their parents. That's generally the artist and modeler. Originally, we referred to artist as mother and the modeler as the father, but it can also be the other way around. Sometimes the VTuber's real face can also be referred to as the mother or father, etc. That's confusing. So why are you the father then? Aren't you a woman? Maybe I have more masculine qualities. I don't know, but I don't mind. Alrighty then. Since you brought it up, I'm assuming you're quite proud of your daughter. Of course, she's the apple of my eye. Anyone would be proud to be her mother or father. But Miss Childs didn't mention she was Kurupa's mother. Amanda brings shame to our family. If a mother can't be proud of her daughter, then what kind of role model is she going to be? She's such a nervous wreck, honestly. I don't know what to do with her. You get really into character, huh? I think it's understandable for Miss Childs to be nervous since this is a murder case. You really don't have to make excuses for her, prosecutor. She should be able to keep herself composed. Is that so? Okay, relationship to the victim. What was your relationship to Mr. C? He was my boss and a bastard who used my daughter for money. That's quite direct of you. Could you tell me a bit more about what you think of him? I hold conflicting views of him. One is that he's a bastard who uses my daughter for money. Two is that he's a trustworthy business partner. He makes everybody money, his policies are sound, and he's easy to get along with. I was proud to be working under him. And yet you said twice that he's a bastard who uses your daughter for money. It seems like that really bothers you. Wouldn't it bother any parent to see their pride and joy take advantage of? Plus, that perv was always skating right on the edge. That doesn't feel good. That really doesn't feel good. But being a little revealing is the sexist. But being a little revealing is the sexiest. The edge of what? Okay, the edge of what? I know sex is human nature and all, but I still don't like it. I think I know what you're talking about. Seeing how much you're opposed, is your boss very firm on this issue? Our company actually has a policy against creating pornographic material, you know. But Mr. C would always have us make really racy, almost pornographic merch. That's what I mean by him skating on the edge. Kiripa is Lilien's intellectual property, so Mr. C, as CEO, had final say over all art and merchandise. I see. But regardless of how I feel about all that, he still didn't deserve to be murdered. I'll do anything I can to assist you with your investigation, prosecutor, so just let me know what you need. Thank you very much. Okay, sleeping pills. Do you have any trouble sleeping? No, I don't keep a specific sleep schedule, so I don't have any issues. Do you ever take sleeping pills or have sleeping pills at home? You just made me think of something. What? I get headaches a lot. If they're bad, then I can't sleep. Once I get one so bad, I couldn't sleep for days. So I asked Amanda for some sleeping pills, and then I could finally sleep. So Miss Child usually takes sleeping pills. No, I think she was just prescribed them once. Not something she usually takes. When was all this? About a month ago. Do you still have any of those pills left? No way. She only gave me a couple, and I took the first one that night. Oh, what about the other one? The other one? Maybe I lost it? Sorry, but let me get this clear. Amanda gave you 2 sleeping pills, but you're only sure that you took one of them. Sorry, I only remember taking one. I wonder why. Are you sure? You know this only makes you more suspicious, right? Okay, then I'm more suspicious. I really don't know what I did with the other pill. That's the truth. If that makes me more suspicious, then it is what it is. You're pretty pragmatic, huh? But, okay, I understand. Okay, but Amanda said she doesn't use sleeping pills, but yet supposedly gave them to honor. Okay, alibi. Where were you on the night of April 20th? What kind of stupid question is that? I was at home. At home doing what? Sleeping. Why did you just pause? I didn't pause. I was at home sleeping. From when to when? From around 5 p.m. to 10 p.m.? I don't know why for sure. I don't really know for sure. Is it your normal sleep schedule? No, I don't have a normal sleep schedule. When work makes me tired, I sleep, and then I wake up and keep working. Doesn't this affect you when you can be in office? We don't enforce regular office hours here. We have to finish our work, obviously, but we just come in when we need to. Can anyone testify on your behalf? Probably not. Are you certain about that? I live alone, so yes, I'm certain. Okay, thank you. Okay, she lives alone, but she said she was asleep till 10 p.m. So that means that she was awake and could have gotten to the office in time to commit the murder. Very possible. Okay, paring knife. Please tell me about the office's paring knife. It's the landlord's. Sophie uses it a lot. Is she the only one who uses it? I'm not sure since we all come into the office at different times. Try asking Misty. She's here the most. Do you use the knife at all? Me? The kitchen is a woman's place, prosecutor, not a father's. Sorry, but could you be a little clearer with your answer? Are you saying you've never used the knife before? Like I said, I'm a father. I don't use the kitchen. I've never touched that knife. Okay, that's not what the knife says. Hard to say which is worse, your stereotypes of the fact that you aren't her dad. Men who can cook are really popular. Cooking really is a woman's job. I mean, that's a stereotype that women belong in the kitchen, and that's hilarious that she has that. Gosh, I don't know. Hard to say is worse. Your stereotypes, the fact you aren't her dad. I'm gonna go with that one. because that's a stereotype that women belong in the kitchen. I don't know if I should be more concerned by your gender stereotypes and the fact that you're not actually a father, but I get what you're trying to say. Okay, so that's everything with honor. All right, let's bring in Prudence. That was her name. I was sitting here thinking, what's her name? Prudence Weeks. You do graphic design and product development, right? That's right. Why is she sitting over there? Could you please sit a little closer to me? I can't question you if you're all the way over there. But your eyes are scary. My mom always said I have nice eyes. They look like they're about to shoot laser beams. Don't worry, I only shoot lasers at bad guys. That's not funny. This is serious questioning. What? I'm pretty sure I can't do that. Look, I only shoot lasers at the bad guys. Really? You won't hurt me? I'm a friend of justice, Miss Weeks. I won't hurt you. Please just sit down and relax. Okay. Relationship to victim. What was your relationship to the victim? He was my boss. Can you tell me a little more about him? He was, nice. But sometimes he could be a bit loud. Loud? What do you mean? He would bring me outside. With a lot of people. I don't know. It was scary. And he didn't care if I didn't want to. I'd have to sit with that group of people and discuss worse things. That's terrifying. Is your boss a demon? Did you say all that just to be dramatic? Wait. That just sounds like a meeting. So scary. And what were those meetings about? Merchandising. Products. Don't you work in merchandising? Sorry I was loud. Please come back. Mr. C could have gone by himself. He's been here for so long. Why did he need me to go too? Because it's your job and he's your boss? You know what? Forget it. Okay, sleeping pills. Do you have any trouble sleeping? If no one is around, and I sleep very well. Wow, you really don't like other people, huh? So if you can't sleep, what do you do? I think about how much I don't like people being around. I mean, what do you do to fall asleep? Oh God, come back, please. I mean, let's say you can't sleep. Is there anything you would do to help you get to sleep? Hide in my dreams. But you're not asleep yet. I like dreams. They have everything. Everyone loves me in my dreams. Seems like dreaming solves all your problems, huh? But to enter those dreams, do you ever need to take sleeping pills? No. But Misty does. Misty Rowe? Yes, my roommate. Does she take sleeping pills regularly? Yes, she doesn't sleep well. Do you know where she keeps her pills? Her drawer. Got it. Thank you. Okay, so she does have access to them. Okay, your alibi. Where were you on the night of April 20th? At home, sleeping. From when to when? I don't remember. I didn't check the time. Do you always sleep at the same time? I sleep a lot whenever I'm tired. I like sleep. It feels safe. I don't need to see anyone. You really don't like other people, huh? Does sleeping so much affect your work, though? We're not required to come into the office. I only come in when I need to check out new products. Can anyone else confirm that you were home sleeping? Misty can. Misty Rowe? Why? She's my roommate. We live together. Oh, so she was there at the same time. No, she had a date, but she came home a little after 10 and saw me. After 10? But no one can testify where you were before then. No, sorry. Okay, thank you. So she could have done it. I'll get more information on who she lives with next time. And technically that means Misty could have done it too, because she said she had a date, came home around 10. Could have been here. Okay, paring knife. I want to ask you about the office's paring knife. Could you tell me a bit about it? The paring knife? What do you want me to say? Who uses it or who it belongs to, etc. I don't know who bought it. It's just always been in the office. As for who uses it, that's mostly Sophie. Well, sometimes she asks me to cut fruit for her. Cut fruit for her? Yeah. Like when a client comes, sometimes Sophie asks me to cut up fruit for them. Why wouldn't she ask other people to do it? I don't know. Okay. Hey, Miss Allure is younger than you, right? Yeah. But you still let her tell you what to do? Well, don't you think that's odd? But I guess she seems older. Is that so? By the way, do you know where we found the knife? Wouldn't it have been in the drawer under the sink? No, we found it on your desk. Eh? Why would it be on my desk? What do you think? I don't know. I don't know anything. No wonder there was blood on my desk. But I really don't know why the knife would be there. Okay, I understand. Does that make me a suspect? That's what I'm here to determine. It's not me, really. Okay, so she admitted to using the knife. It's, kind of a good explanation, that Sophie would make her do that. But Sophie insisted that she was the only one that would use it. So you would think then that Sophie might say, well, sometimes, Prudence uses it. Okay, we'll talk to Misty. Hey, you're the one who's been making my job way harder. Hey, you're that super rude prosecutor. And you're not rude? Even if I am, that doesn't make you less rude. Why are you so uncooperative? That's insulting. You've kept important information from us. You've secrets. A woman is entitled to her secrets. Unless you're prepared documentation showing that Kiripa's real face is related to this case. You don't seem nervous about this at all. If I seemed nervous, would I be any less of a suspect? You're really good at throwing me off guard. I'll take that as a compliment. It's my fault. I lose my composure too easily. But I take my cases very seriously. I believe you. Then let's get started here. Okay, relationship to the victim. What was your relationship to the victim? Well, originally we met in college. You went to the same college? Yes, we met in a school club. We had to collaborate on a few projects and realized we worked well together. He was always very determined. After graduating, he went on to start this business. Then one thing led to another, and I ended up being one of his first employees. But the company didn't make any money before we shifted into VTubers. Things were pretty tough before then. Were you and Mr. C romantically involved? Us? No way. He said he could never be interested in someone with such a terrible personality. You're really ungrateful, Isn't that way too much? Oh my god, I want to make him laugh. You're really ungrateful, Isn't that way too much? Okay, we'll just go with this one. I won't be mean. That's crossing the line. I guess I like seeing other people suffer. Anyway, prosecutors are supposed to sympathize with their suspects at a time like this, right? Please don't jump to weird conclusions. I just mean, if you weren't dating Mr. C, then why did you stick around if the company was losing money? Oh, Mr. C was overly innocent and optimistic. If he had an idea, he just went for it right away. Wouldn't you just love to see someone like that fail miserably? Just kidding. Honestly, I'm so pessimistic that I think his internal optimism was good for me. It was comforting. And anyway, now the company is doing well and I'm making money, so it all worked out. Well, I can definitely see why Mr. C wasn't interested in you. I'll take that as a compliment. Okay, alibi. Where were you on the night of April 20th? I left the office that day around 5 p.m. Was anyone still in the office when you left? That day was just me and Bossman in the office, and he was still here when I left. Oh, Bossman means Mr. C. So you're the first one to find the body and the last person he saw before he died. Well, I was the first one to find his body, but I don't know if I was the last person he saw before he died. True. Did you notice anything strange when you left that night? I've already thought about that, but no, nothing was weird. Is it normal for only you two to be in the office all day? Yeah, everyone has a desk here, but we don't force anyone to come in. Most people like working from home when they can. Personally, though, I prefer having more structure in my life, and Mr. C said he can't focus at home, so we end up here most of the time. Does that mean Mr. C was alone in the office a lot of the time? If we're not in the middle of a big project, then he'll be here alone a lot. Please continue describing the rest of your night. Okay, I had a date with my boyfriend that night. He works close to here, so when we have a date, I usually walk straight to his office from work. When I got here, he drove us to the movies. What did you watch? I don't remember. You don't remember what movie you saw? My boyfriend wanted to watch it. Some superhero robot crap. Fighting and explosions don't do anything for me, but my boyfriend loves it. Anyway, the movie theater's near my place. After the movie, we ate Italian, and then I went home, and he went home, since he had work the next day. So you were basically with your boyfriend the whole night. Yep, I'm sure the movie theater and the restaurant could vouch for that. What time did you go home? 10:35 p.m. Ah, but that's not what Prudence said. She said 10. Now, granted, she could be wrong, but you remember the exact time? Yeah, I saw the time in the elevator, and I remember thinking, oh, it's 10:30. That's it. Great, thank you. Okay, paring knife. About the office's paring knife. You found it on Prudence's desk, right? And it's the murder weapon? We can't be sure of that. Can you tell me more about the knife? Who uses it, for example? Sophie uses it most. She cuts up fruit with it. Sometimes Sophie tells Prudence to help her, so she'll use it too. Okay, so that vouches for what Prudence said. So that would explain why her fingerprints were on it. Why does Sophie ask Miss Weeks to help her? I guess she's easy to take advantage of. Amanda offers to help sometimes, but she's scary with a knife, so we just tell her no. Miss Allure never asks you to help? Me? With a knife? Help? Why? Never mind, I can see why she didn't ask. So why don't you help out then? You're getting excited. Give me a little more. Like, so why don't you help out? Has anyone ever said you can't read a room? Many times. Let's just talk about the case, okay? You're changing the subject. I don't think Prudence is the killer, though. And why is that? She's scared of everything, and she hates confrontation. There's no way she could kill someone. I see. As for why that knife was on her desk, I can only think someone planted it there on purpose to frame her. Who would want to frame Miss Weeks? I don't know. I don't think anyone has an issue with her. Or maybe it was just random. I see. I'll take this all into consideration. Okay, Honor's argument. Miss Allure said Honor Chen and Mr. C had an argument recently. Can I ask you about that? Oh, she told you about that, right? All right. Well, March 31st was the day before the tomb sweeping day long weekend. That day, only Mr. C and I were in the office. I figured it'd be like that all day, but then Honor came in around 3 p.m. She was all worked up, bugging Bossman about a meeting the day before, which was about selling adult merchandise? Pornography? Yeah, on March 30th, Mr. C randomly called everyone into a meeting and said we were going to start selling adult Kirapa content anonymously. That day, Honor was the only one not in the office. I guess she read about it on the chat and came in the next day to pick a fight with Mr. C. Why pick a fight? Honor loves her daughter, so she doesn't want Mr. C selling adult content of her. I guess Mr. C saying we'd start doing it officially, but anonymously, was the last straw. Was the argument bad? Punches were thrown. I'd actually got pretty scared. Then Honor threatened that she'd make Mr. C pay for what he did, and stormed out of the office. Do you think she'd make good on that threat? I don't know, but she was really mad. Then I asked Mr. C what happened, and he just said, don't worry, it's fine. I didn't think anything else, so that's all I know. Okay, thank you. There's not enough time today, so I'll confirm the details next time. Okay, and sleeping pills. Do you have any trouble sleeping? Yeah, I'm a really light sleeper. Then if I can't sleep, I get anxious, so sometimes I'll take sleeping pills. But does that have anything to do with this case? We found evidence of sleeping pills in the victim's toxicology report. And now I'm even more suspicious. What brand of sleeping pills do you take? Let me see. This brand? Okay, thank you. It matches up. Okay. Going on to the last one. Faye. Hello. Good afternoon, and your position here is... I'm a little nervous. What do you want me to say? Just answer my questions normally. But I'm afraid I'll mess up. You can't mess up if you tell the truth. Okay, then I'll try my best. Could you tell me something to help me relax? Everyone gets nervous when they're talking to a prosecutor, so you don't have to worry. Thank you. That helps a lot. Don't mention it. Making you feel comfortable is part of my job. Alright then. My name is Faye, the project manager here. I'm just in truth the prosecutor on this case. Okay, I'm ready to get started now. Relationship to the victim. What's your relationship to Mr. C? Like a villain and a hero? Huh? Like Mr. C is an evil tyrant and I'm the hero that vanquishes him. So who's the demon king and who's the hero? I'm being serious. That wouldn't... then wouldn't that make me the archangel? Let's go with that one. So I can't be an angel? An angel's a messenger of God. Why do you think you deserve to be an angel? I don't know. I'm just trying to play along. Whatever. Let's get back to the case. Can you tell me what you think of Mr. C? I think he's narrow-minded. Oh? He's too old school, always shutting down my ideas. The VTuber industry is about creativity and newness. Shouldn't we be more progressive? He's always saying that's unprecedented, like it's a bad thing. He's just too lazy to take chances. But alas, the hero always vanquishes her foe in the end. So could I say the two of you have a bad relationship? Eh? No, we have a great relationship. But you just said you don't see eye to eye at work. Sure, but that's work. He's a good person, and we have a good relationship. That's it. I don't have anything else to say. Okay. Okay, so sleeping pills. Do you have any trouble sleeping? Trouble sleeping? No, I usually sleep pretty well. Usually. Sometimes I'm thinking up a new project. And then I get so into it I can't sleep. Then I won't sleep until the afternoon. Huh? What do you mean you don't sleep until the afternoon? I mean, I can't get to sleep, so I don't fall asleep until the afternoon. The next day? That's a long time to be awake. Wait a second. When do you usually go to bed? When the sun comes up? Night owl, got it. Doesn't it affect your work? Not really. I'll come into the office in the afternoon if I need to. Mr. C doesn't leave until late anyway, so it's fine. You guys have a very unique office culture here. So, do you ever take sleeping pills? Nope. I don't like taking pills. Great, thank you. Okay. Alibi. Where were you the night of April 20th? My friend's house. What's your friend's name and where do they live? I can't say. Excuse me? I'm being serious here. Well, that's breaching my friend's privacy, and I can't do that. And it will also make or break your alibi. Do you not realize that? But I have proof. I was really with him. Hold on. That doesn't prove anything. Look at this. I took this photo that night. Look, that's his hand. We were together. Miss Ward, that's a hand. It could be anybody's. It does not count as proof. But I have more. I'm serious, I was there. You just don't want to identify him, right? Right. Then what time were you together? From around 7 to 10 p.m.? What were you doing? Watching a show? On TV? No, on the internet. Alright, that'll be all. Sorry and thanks. I should have enough evidence now. You can now make your final deduction. Okay, paring knife. Do you ever use the paring knife in the office's kitchen? Oh, yeah, I pick it up sometimes. What do you mean you pick it up? I mean, I pick it up, but I don't use it. Why would you pick up a knife if you're not going to use it? You know, sometimes I get so stressed, I just like to hold it and fantasize about killing everyone in the... That wasn't funny at all. Is this a confession? Yeah, are you confessing? Eh? Confession? No way, I'm just kidding. You know, jokes like that just make you more suspicious, right? But your investigation should be based on facts, not jokes, right? Well, if that's the case, then how about you start telling me the facts? Well, anyway, don't laugh, but please don't tell me another joke. No, I'm serious this time. Okay, what is it? Sometimes I like to take the knife and wave it around, pretending I'm an assassin or something. Hey, I told you not to laugh. Sorry. So that's why you pick up the knife? Yeah. Do you do that a lot? Maybe twice a week? Do people know you do that? No way, I'd never tell anybody that. Yeah, probably a good idea. Alright, that'll be all. I don't know. Okay, so the nameplate, okay, so the sleeping pills, Amanda supposedly doesn't take them, but yet had some, right? Yep. Sophie takes them, and it's the same brand. Honor doesn't usually take them, but got some from Amanda, so I think that would put her out of it. Doesn't take sleeping pills, but roommate Misty does. Now, that means she has access to them. Misty takes pills and uses the same brand that's found in the system. Bit of a night owl, no sleeping, no problem, doesn't own any pills. So, in all honesty, if I just went off the pills, I could take out Faye, and that would be the only one. Or in Honor. I could take Honor out because she doesn't normally use them. Misty uses them. Prudence has access to them. Sophie uses them. Supposedly Amanda doesn't, but yet she had some the month before. So she could technically. Okay, 6 p.m. The father brought home sushi to celebrate the brother's new job. The family dinner lasted until 7. Afterwards, worked in the room, had to pass through the living room to go out, which the family could provide an alibi for. Now, what we got with her alibi, more than likely it's not Amanda, because she lives 60 minutes away. The time of death is between 7 and 11:30. If she left and walked by her grandparents at 11, even waited till, like, let's say 11:10, she wouldn't have got there in time. So I'm taking Amanda off. I think we can take Honor off as well, to be honest. Okay, working at home, lives alone, so no alibi, tried to pass off a large amount of work text she was sending at the time. Okay, that doesn't really work. Lives alone, was sleeping alone at home when the murder occurred, but no one else can confirm this. Was sleeping, roommate Misty Rowe can confirm after 10 p.m., but not before. And left the office at 5:30. Says she left, the only one that left in the office, saw a movie, her boyfriend. So, I mean, she's probably, her alibi's probably good. It probably wasn't Misty. And Faye was supposedly at a friend's house, but unwilling to identify him. She showed a picture of her with his hand in it, which doesn't count as an alibi. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I think prudence can be taken off. So that leaves me with Sophie, Honor, and Faye. Because it has to be somebody whose fingerprints are probably on the knife, if that is indeed the murder weapon. Okay, so it leads... So let's say it was these three. Oh, it could be the least suspicious. Oh my goodness, I am not sure. Okay, well, if we go by what that's saying, that is Sophie, Honor, and Faye. Their fingerprints are all on it. They all had access to sleeping pills, but Faye. But if we go by this, where it says the only one person who has no alibi, Honor has no alibi, has handled the fruit knife, Honor has handled the fruit knife, and recently had a dispute with the victim. But so does Sophie. But she didn't have a dispute with him that we know of. And so if we go by that, it would be Honor. So I don't know if we're supposed to go by that, but we'll do Honor. Okay, so evidence supporting her is the culprit. The paring knife. Do we do multiples, or do you want to submit this evidence and proceed to the next stage? So tired. Too much overtime. Alright, I'm heading back. Wait, Miss Close? What? No, don't give me that look. Are you thinking about pulling that mock trial stuff again? But judging from all the information I've gotten so far, there can only be one suspect. That doesn't matter. You can't do things like that. It's not according to protocol. But we catch the culprit every time, don't we? There you go again. Come on, please stay and help me. I'll buy you an ice cream. Ugh, fine. But if you get reported, you're on your own. I know. Pain in the... Honor Chen, what? According to our investigation, you're the only possible culprit. Hold on, it wasn't me. How'd you land on me? Is that even legal? Can you just accuse whoever you want? Do you even understand games? This is called the tutorial. You think this is a game? Order. An impromptu court case is now in session. You may all testify on your own behalf. Afterwards, I'll make a final decision. Do you have any objectives, Mr. Chen? Guess I don't have much choice. If you're really not the killer, then now's your chance to prove it. Fine, then let's get started. Okay, courtroom statements. Since the office door was locked and the culprit didn't appear on any cameras, there's a high probability the killer's familiar with the building. Of the 6 employees with a key, only one has no alibi, plus the means and motivation to kill Mr. C. Honor Chen, you are currently the only suspect. You're right, I can't prove an alibi, and everyone knows I didn't like Mr. C. But that doesn't mean I wanted him dead, and I don't know what means you're talking about. You're being way too presumptuous about all this. I'm not the killer. I've taken account of both sides. Prosecutor Truth, please present any evidence you have. I'd like Misty Rowe to assist me in there if possible. Huh? Me? Okay, how? Just answer my questions. Okay. Prosecution witness Misty Rowe, administrative staff. Prove Honor Chen had a motive. Where were you during the daytime on March 31st? That was the last day before a 3-day weekend, so I was at the office like usual. Okay, you probably didn't feel like being at work before a long weekend, right? Did Miss Chen come to work that day? Who else came to the office that day? Mr. C came in around 11 a.m. and Honor came in around 3. No one else came in as far as I know. I heard there was an argument that day. Can you describe it? Why were you the only 3 people in the office? Did anything out of the ordinary happen? Okay, so I heard there was an argument. Can you describe it? Is that hearsay? It's hearsay, isn't it? This question is a bit too suggestive. As an arbitration, I can allow that. You don't need to answer his question, Mrs. Rowe. Yeah, that's why actually after I clicked it, I was like, oh wait, that's hearsay. I'm leading the witness. Okay, so did anything out of the ordinary happen in the office that day? I did almost click that one, but then I was like, oh, let's go with that one. Honor and Mr. C had an argument in the meeting room. It even got a little physical. Please describe the argument in more detail. Honor came into the office specifically to see Mr. C and was really upset when she arrived. They went in and talked for a little bit, and then I saw Honor grab Mr. C by the shirt collar. Mr. C swiped her hand away, then Honor actually tried to hit him in the face. There was a little struggle, and they broke some stuff in the meeting room. I don't know how long that lasted. They only stopped once I started to scream. It really scared me, since Honor is usually so chill. Okay, why were you eavesdropping on their meeting? Why didn't they have a dance-off instead? What were they arguing about? Mr. C wanted to start making adult Kirapa merch anonymously. That made Honor very angry. Was there anything said during their argument that you specifically remember? And what do you mean by adult merch? When did Mr. C decide to do that? I think we'd want that one. I don't know. Merch is handled by Prudence, and Mr. C doesn't usually get involved, and all merch decisions are usually made after a lot of meetings, though. But Mr. C decided on all this unilaterally, and publishing merch anonymously has never been done before. Honestly, I can understand why Honor was so mad. This question won't do me any favors. So you could say it was an unprecedented decision. Yeah, which isn't like Mr. C at all. I understand, thank you. Maybe what do you mean by adult merch? Stuff like manga, pillows, wall scrolls, etc. And does adult refer to naked or sexual images? I would assume so. I never saw the mock-ups though. Your VTuber looks quite young, wouldn't that be a problem? Yes, and it's not our policy. Sure, sometimes our pictures are a little sexy, but it's our policy not to make pornographic content or even allow fan-made adult content. So where would I go to buy this adult merch? Wait, why am I asking that? Prosecutor Truth, if you buy that merch, I will break your legs. Hey, it was just a question for the case. Well, ask a new question. Now. Okay, you're so mean. Fine, it wasn't important anyway. Okay, was there anything specifically said? Now, I was a little worried that was leading to, so that's kind of why I left that one alone. Yes. Honor screamed, "You'll pay for this. You just wait and see." Then she stormed out of the office and slammed the door. As I'm sure everyone heard, Honor Chen was at odds with the victim's recent work decision, even engaging in a physical altercation. Well, see, part of the reason I asked the first question I did in that one, I thought she was going to add to it that Honor was missing that day, because she told us the day he had that meeting about it, she was not there and came in the next day about it. So that's kind of why I asked the first one that I did. She also left the office with a threat assuring Mr. C she would make him pay. That can be interpreted as a declaration of criminal intent, and with it ample motive to harm Mr. C. I've noted your testimony, prosecutor. Is there anything you'd like to refute, Miss Chen? It's all a misunderstanding. Please let me explain. Okay, defense witness, Honor Chen Modler. What Misty said did actually happen, but I was just angry, that's all. I texted Mr. C later that night apologizing, and we were all good. I know I don't have a good alibi, but I've never used that knife before, so how could I be the killer? Oh. Never used it, but your handprints are on it. And I think that's what or fingerprints. And that's what she told us earlier too, she never used it. After hearing Misty's testimony, I understand why you'd think I did it. But it's all a misunderstanding. Misty didn't know why, no, we already made up. I think it's jumping to conclusions to assume I did it just because of one argument. Your rebuttal has been noted, Miss Chen. What do you think, prosecutor? I'd like to clear up some details if that's okay. Go ahead. Oh, that's what we look like. I said some things in anger, but I apologized to Mr. C that night, and while I don't have an alibi, I've never used that knife before, so I can't be the killer. Ask more about what Honor said in anger, ask more about the apology, ask more about alibi. Confirm that she's really never used that knife before. How does the fact that you've never used that paring knife before prove that you're not the killer? Well, from your questions, I can assume you think the knife is the murder weapon. As far as I know, Sophie's the only one who uses it, which I figure should make her more suspicious than me. So you haven't used it recently at all. Not just recently, I've never used it once. Can you prove that? Can I prove that I've never touched something before? No, but isn't that what fingerprints are for? Fingerprints, huh? Okay then. If there's an issue with her testimony, I can refute it with evidence. As you've stated, the office paring knife is the likely murder weapon, but I've never used it. Please turn your attention to Exhibit 001. What is this? You're right, Miss Chin. Using fingerprints to see who touched something is generally the most direct and reliable method. And this report here is exactly that, a fingerprint analysis on the suspected murder weapon. Pay special attention to this name here. That's right, it's yours. The fingerprints were found on the knife. Impossible. I've never used it before. How could... Wait a second. I remember now. I have touched it before. I needed a 3D model of someone holding a weapon, so I held it as reference. Just remembering this now, isn't that a bit convenient? I'm not lying. Plus, how could someone kill Mr. C with that tiny knife? Wouldn't he resist? He might have, but sleeping pills showed up in his toxicology report. Sleeping pills you admit to taking. You may have apologized to Mr. C, but you also admitted to being angry at him. That combined with conveniently forgetting about holding the murder weapon means you're still on top suspect, Mrs. Chen. But it wasn't me, I swear. I have more proof. Do you have something more to say, Miss Chen? Yes. And I'll tell the truth this time. I'm sorry, but I lied about my alibi. I was at home, but I wasn't sleeping. Actually, I'm Kiripa's real face. Thank you all for your company. See you. Catch me if you can. I was streaming last night, so I've got a whole audience of witnesses. I mean, she could have put contacts in. Eye shape is a little different, though. And she doesn't look as busty as her. That's got to be a good enough alibi, right? Wait a second. She's lying. I'm Kiripa's real face. I was the one streaming last night. Eye shape's a little more. But why wouldn't you just tell me that? I mean, you could just said you were streaming. You didn't have to say you were her. You both. Wait a second. They're both not telling the truth because I'm Kiripa's real face. Maybe they all do it at some point in time. What the? Are you both kidding me right now? Shouldn't that be my line? It takes a lot of guts to lie about something like that. But I'm telling the truth. Why is everyone else lying? What's going on here? Can someone please tell me what the heck is going on here? Okay, we are hosting a Who's the Culprit event. Participate for a chance to win a game key. Please access the Google form via the QR code in the top right corner. Thank you for playing and see you in the official game. Alright everyone, that was the face of a real VTuber. I want to thank the devs for reaching out to me, please. I definitely enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to the full game for sure. I love the trying to figure out the alibi, and the murder weapon and things like that. Like, I love putting that all together and talking, talking to the characters and figuring out who murdered it, because I love a good murder mystery. And that was definitely a really good cliffhanger ending. I enjoyed that a lot. And, I like the art style and everything. It's really, really good. The music's great. I can't wait to see the full game, and I hope you guys can't wait to see it either. So I will leave a link to the Steam store down below if you're interested in looking more into the game and even trying out the demo yourself. So, leave me a comment what you thought about the real face of a VTuber, and please leave me a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Bye.